her eyes are so sharp. You're gonna see. She goes through this house. If you're out of town or if you can't show up, the way she looks at every detail is like it's her own home.
Most people relocating to Georgia don't have unlimited time to fly back and forth looking at homes. They still have jobs, they still have kids, they still have responsibilities, and sometimes they're trying to sell a home in another state at the exact same time that they're buying here. So in today's video, I want to show you what relocating to Georgia can actually look like when you have the right plan and the right agent helping you through the process. And throughout this video, you're going to see footage of me basically running point for my clients who are relocating from out of state. So John has completed the home inspection for my out-of-state clients that will be relocating to Georgia. And yeah, it went well. He did a rapid call with them. I got footage, I got pictures. So we're gonna get the inspection report back, get that off to the builder, get the stuff done. And when they first reached out to me, they already knew the community they wanted to live in. They already knew the builder and they already knew the exact house they wanted. So you may be thinking, Nat, if they already knew the house, why did they even need a realtor? And honestly, that's one of the biggest misconceptions people have about new construction, because yes, the house was chosen, but the process still had to be managed. And while the on-site agent is available, the on-site agent represents the builder. You need somebody representing your interests. These clients still had full-time jobs. They were still handling life in another state. They were selling a home, and making multiple trips to Georgia just wasn't realistic. So what value did I actually provide? A lot. So after our initial conversation, I set up the next step, which is having their home buyer consultation via Zoom. And honestly, that's one of the most important parts of this process for any buyer, but especially for relocation buyers. A home buying consultation is basically where we sit down and create a game plan before we start running around looking at houses. We talk about your timeline, budget and financing, areas you're considering, your lifestyle needs, commute, schools if that matters to you, new construction versus resale, builder expectations, and the overall process of relocating to Georgia. Now, I refer to my meeting as a home buyer's consultation. Other agents may call it something different, but just know the starting point should be a meeting. Now, I know not all agents are as detailed, but trust me, having this meeting up front will save you a lot of wasted time, energy, and stress. Speaking of that, check out my book, The Ugly Side of Real Estate, the Consumer Edition. In that book, I share a lot of insight because real estate isn't always pretty, but with the right insight, it doesn't have to get ugly. Buying or selling a home should be exciting, not stressful, confusing, or expensive. Yet too many people learn the hard way that real estate comes with hidden challenges, emotional roller coasters, and expensive lessons. And that's because a lot of people start looking at homes online before they really understand the process. Then they end up overwhelmed, distracted, and making emotional decisions without a strategy. My home buyer's consultation helps create clarity. It helps me understand your goals, and it helps you understand what to expect, especially when you're relocating from another state and your time is limited. For these clients, that consultation allowed us to create a streamlined plan from the very beginning. And believe it or not, the very first time we actually met in person was on closing day, but it felt like we knew each other because we had been communicating so often. And this was not my first rodeo. I have had the privilege of helping many individuals and families relocate to Georgia. Some I didn't meet in person until after closing. Others came into town to look at homes, and when they went back, I handled everything from there. So there are several ways you can relocate to Georgia. During our home buyers consultation, we'll discuss options and come up with a game plan that works best for your situation. Be sure to download my free relocation guide to start the process the right way. You'll get key questions to consider, tips on identifying the area or areas you want to live in, and know when we should actually be meeting and starting the process. So I previously mentioned that we communicated often. So what were we communicating about? I help guide them through the contract process, coordinate inspections, filter builder communication, handle unexpected situations, because yes, they still do come up with new construction. I met vendors on their behalf, and because they did not come in town for their orientation or final walkthrough, they appointed me to handle those meetings, so I was their eyes on the ground. I hope by now you can see that relocation isn't just about picking a house and then working with the on-site agent. It's about having someone local that can help you manage all the moving parts when you physically can't be there. And this is why choosing the right agent matters. And this is important whether it's resale or new construction, but just know that all agents are not experienced with new construction. You need someone who understands the timelines, the builder processes, inspections, warranties, communication, escalation procedures, orientation appointments, and how to advocate for buyers during construction. And honestly, this is where specialties matter. Some agents take the jack of all trades approach. They'll say yes to anything connected to real estate, rentals, commercial, land, investors, luxury, property management. I mean, everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. But most of the time, I find that those agents are still trying to figure out what lane they want to specialize in. And often they're newer agents trying to gain experience. And that's why seasoned, more experienced agents like myself usually develop systems and niches over time. I specialize heavily in relocation and new construction in Georgia. I also specialize in dual moves, and that's selling and buying at the same time. So that could look like selling a starter home and buying your next home or your dream home. So I already have systems in place for virtual buyers. I already know how to help clients relocate efficiently. I already know how to navigate builder timelines and expectations. And while I love new construction, I do not sit on site as an agent. I actually love the flexibility of being able to work with many different builders. This experience matters when you're making a major move from another state. And for most people, a real estate transaction is the largest financial transaction they'll have in their lifetime. Now, let me also say this. Relocating the way these clients did works best when a few things are true. First, your certainty level needs to be very high, meaning you're serious about moving, not maybe next year, not just browsing. You've already mentally decided that Georgia is where you want to be. Second, your location needs to be narrowed down. Georgia is huge. Metro Atlanta is big, and every area has a completely different feel, commute, price point, and lifestyle. Third, your criteria needs to be clear. You need to know your budget, your must-haves, your deal breakers, and your timeline. And fourth, all decision makers need to be on the same page, because relocation becomes very difficult when one person wants one thing and the other person wants something completely different. The smoother the decision-making process is, the smoother the relocation process becomes. And I can speak on this because I've helped so many clients through this exact process. You may have seen some of my relocation stories before. Different situations, different timeline, but the same overall goal. Having someone local that you can trust to help guide you through the process makes a key difference. And that's really what it comes down to, the plan. Working with the right agent is crucial when you're relocating. Not just someone that can open a door, but someone who can help manage the process when you physically cannot be there every step of the way. So if you're thinking about relocating to Georgia and you want to start getting clarity on areas, builders, timelines, and what the process could look like for you, go ahead and download my free relocation starter guide at www.newhomenat.com. You can search new homes at www.ganewhome.com. And if you're serious about making a move or you're ready to get started now, give me a call or schedule some time with me on my Calendly. The information will be right here on the screen. If you call and I do not answer, please be sure to leave me a message or send me a text message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm Natasha Bazile with SoldByNat.com, your favorite relatable Georgia realtor. Enjoy the rest of this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Share it with anyone that you know that is interested in relocating to Georgia. And if you really want to show out, drop me a comment. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day. Keep watching. All right, we are finished up.
Finito.
Yes, finished up this orientation. We were outside. It's cold. Yesterday it was hot, and today it's cold. So, Gina,
And it's going to get colder.
Yeah, she told me, you said 20s? Like
Low 28. Next week.
Okay. Welcome to Georgia, people. Welcome to Georgia. So today, Gina accompanied me to. Do you go by Gina? You go by Gina? Your phone name?
Gina,
Okay.
Jay.
Jay. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure because we go way back, but I just want to make sure I'm on the business level, like addressing you correctly.
Yes.
But yeah, she did me the pleasure of coming with me today. It was so helpful. Aside from getting some content, she was also another set of eyes. And yeah, it just went really well. We started at 1, it's 2:25 now. The builder's going through and doing some things, but she paid me a compliment. Can you share what the compliment was?
Sure, I guess. But I don't like being on camera. But okay, so her eyes are so sharp. You're gonna see. She goes through this house. If you're out of town or if you can't show up, the way she looks at every detail is like it's her own home.
Okay, we are done leaving the house. Phone dead. My GoPro's dead. You see my bags? Shout out to Olive who made this for me. It's two-sided. The iPad might have 8 or 9%. So yes, we are done. Look at the school bus coming to drop the kiddos off. And yes, now I have to prepare, put all this together to send to them and work on the radon. The radon issue, get that taken care of one way or the other. I'm gonna get it done. I don't even know where the camera is, where I'm supposed to be looking, but great day. Great day.